So you may have to be strong to kind of break
Mm-hmm.
through those barriers that the people that love you most may place in front of you.
Of course.
Right, Zimri?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think those are great words. Challenge yourself so you know what your limits are, and you may surprise yourself. I think you will more times than not. So,
Yeah, and you gotta also have to, as an able body, allow us to ask for help. Don't, a lot of people assume, oh, he needs help. Oh, I need to, approach him different. No.
yeah.
Let us dictate how things need to go, because a lot of the times, I mean, for me, really don't care, but a lot of people may see it as an insult, where like, hey, you need help, I got you. No, I don't need your help. And I'm not ashamed of asking for help if I need it, but I will encourage able bodied to understand that you got to let us dictate and allow us to let you know when the help is needed.
Yeah, I'm aging, so I ask for help a lot more than I used to. So
That's okay.
that's okay. Absolutely. Well, anything that we didn't touch upon that you'd like to share before we let you go?
You know what? No, I mean, I think I can close with basically letting everybody know that promote equality and inclusion. Always stay true to the morals and values of your community. There's obviously it's an ugly world we live in, and sometimes the ugliness can influence people, and so I feel like if you stay true to yourself and your heart and live by the morals or values and uh, promote equality and inclusion and allow yourself to explore new opportunities that the world has to offer, that'll help you discover new things that would definitely uh, make you a better person.
I like it. All right. So one final thing. This is our closing question that we ask everybody, and this kind of speaks to some of what we've just been talking about. I came up with this question, I don't know, 6-8 months ago, and mostly it was just to kind of let, I think, our able-bodied friends know what kind of challenges we're up against day to day, and if they can kind of get an idea from this one question, it might lead them to kind of understand a little bit more about the rest of the things. But it's turned into, it starts great conversations within our community, and I think it does kind of enlighten our other friends and loved ones that haven't come to disability yet. But it's a simple question, and that is, how long does it take you to put on your pants, shoes, and socks?
It takes me about maybe 5 minutes.
5 minutes. All right.
I knew Zimri was going to be on the fast side.
Yeah. 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 It's
probably like,
It's anywhere from, what's that?
Being disabled for what is this now, 30 some years. It just creates I've created a good
routine, right?
Yeah, a good pace on being able to adapt. And so I say about 5 minutes, I can put my prosthetic, my pants in or even maybe less, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm
I was going to
crazy.
say, after those races, you got to be faster than 5 minutes. You don't got 5 minutes to burn.
Honestly, it might even be 3 minutes, to be honest. I may be just stretching a little bit, but yeah, it's about three.
We won't hold you to it. We won't hold you to it.
Right? We're gonna have to do a video now.
Right?
Changing.
Your wife can time you.
Yeah. Before I asked it the first time here on the show, I timed myself. I'm at 7.5.
All right.
A solid 7.5.
Solid 7. Yeah, if we're talking race transition, I could probably knock it out sooner than that.
Situational. That's absolutely
right.
Situational speed.
All right. Well, thank you for spending time with us. Good luck in your love and your sport and your career and all of that good stuff. Thank you.
I appreciate you having me and letting me share a little crumb of two that I might be able to help people out there.
Each week on Walk and Roll Live, we share honest and open stories of people living with a disability.
I think it's even worse now because, they give me a roller coaster to run around town in, and I basically am just like trying to find the biggest curb to jump off
Yes.
of.
Right. You're like, I know I can return myself from hard things, so I'm going to.
Hey,
Join us weekly for another powerful episode. Walk and Roll Live, wherever you get your podcasts. Life Limitless. Subscribe now.
Well, that was an awesome story, hanging out with Zimri. He's definitely inspirational. I love his attitude. I love the piece of bread analogy. That will stick with me for a while. So.
You don't know what the little thing that is going to kind of switch your way of thinking, that paradigm shift. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, for everybody, it's different, and it's beautiful to see how messages are delivered to each kind of person. When he was talking about that, I was thinking about when I had my back surgery in 6th grade and had, was out to lunch with some medicines too. And I apparently told my mom to like move out of the way of the ducks and stuff. She told me that. I have no recollection, but that's always been kind of a good laugh, is that things you hallucinate
Yes.
when you're medicated. So it's really interesting to hear somebody else say something and have it be so profound and be like, yeah, well, I told my mom to move out of the way. But it's amazing how much impact it had later too.
Yeah. The thing I always think about when I'm hearing most of our guests, they have those moments that kind of helps them turn that corner and accept and thrive after that, right?
Yeah, it's very interesting.
But I always am concerned about the people that we don't know of who haven't maybe made that transition yet.
Right. Or like, what is the spark in the person that makes that possible? And how do we pass that forward to other people?
Well, yeah,
like,
but
what part do we have in it? Hopefully, I mean, I think you should feel, Doug, that this show has a little part in igniting that in some people.
Well, that's my hope, obviously. But the problem is when you're isolated, how do I reach somebody who's isolated? Not necessarily just I, but we, and all these because that's what all these organizations are trying to do. You go down the list of Angel City and Triumph Foundation possibilities. That's their touchstone is reaching those people to show them that there's a way.
Right.
And I've heard the stories of people that it's taken them a while to find, that organization and that support group that's touched them and changed their lives. So, if anybody has any ideas on how you can reach the isolated, I'm sure I'm not the first person that's, noticed that there was this issue and how do we address it? But if somebody's come up with some good ideas.
It's an age-old question, I think, right?
Yeah.
Because there are so many reasons that people are isolated, either personal choice, life circumstance, personality,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it could be something as simple as, because we talk to our guests and we find out that a lot of them are outgoing kind of people. They're out doing, sports and rock climbing and, kind of those thrill seeking type things like Kara, and all that.
Right.
But if you're more of a, kind of an intellectual and academic, where you like to read books and be inside, and you're not.
Oh, you mean me?
Perhaps.
I mean, honestly, because had we not reconnected, I wouldn't be doing a podcast.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
I naturally like my dogs. I like being in my house. I like reading my books. I like pursuing my little, whatevers. But generally, I'm not going to be the one to be like, let me go find something to volunteer at. So bravo to you for pulling this introvert out. But, introverts of the world unite and we will not bite you.
So what's coming up here? There's a Possibilities Mixer. Speaking of that, coming up this week. Inland Empire Disability Collaborative is tomorrow. So I'll see what happens there and kind of update you on that next week. Dogs Night Out. That's my military dog handler friends.
That's so fun.
We have dinner once a month, so that's always fun. Abilities Expo. That's in a couple of weeks in Los Angeles.